Well, it's how did I go about it? I went about it in the way I approach any audition or role. Just I went into an audition, learnt my lines, wanted to do the best I possibly could, and then did a screen test. Just did my best there as well because I had no real concept of what the script was going to be. So you don't want to. You just do what your impression of Superman is in the screen tests, and then I was lucky enough to get the job, and so the focus was then to make sure I went straight to the source material. The source material in my mind was always the comic books. And I avoided watching the previous films and TV shows because I felt that was going to influence my interpretation of the character in a negative way, because that's another actor's or a group of actors' interpretations of the character. And also, Zach and I had discussed it, and we were going to play it in the way that no other movie had been made. We were gonna imagine no other movie had been made, and we were the very, very first. And so there's no influence from other people upon our movie. And so we went about it in the way of just going straight to the source material and using David Goyer's script and Nolan's experience and his additions to the script, and make our own movie. And then physically, as far as preparation went, I was fortunate enough to work with Mark Twight and Michael Blevins at Jim Jones. And they really put me through the ringer. They just did all sorts of stuff. We went from foundation to very technical, to mass building, to leaning down for suit shape, to leaning down for shirtless stuff, and then general sculpting throughout shooting. I mean, it felt a lot of the stuff. The suit was designed to be functional. And so they would say, okay, how are you going to do this when going through the process of constructing the suit? And you'd say, well, I'm thinking of doing this, 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 and this. And they go, okay, cool. Well, we'll try and make sure that it works in that manner. And so when it came to the actual working and performing in the suit, all of it was very instinctual on my part. And the guys who created the suit had made sure that the suit would allow for any of my instinctual movements. Well, he's very clearly a symbol of hope. But the one thing which was one of my favorite things about Superman is that he always tries to do the right thing. And he's very aware that the right thing isn't an obvious choice. There are many facets of what the right thing is, and he sometimes gets it wrong. And if he does get it wrong, he tries his absolute utmost to make sure he makes amends for it. But his intention is always pure. Superman is very much a universal superhero now, and I think truth, justice, and the American way is very much something which has come from the original, and it's where nations were so very different then, and now we have a universal superhero who's not necessarily just for America. He's for the world. He makes the choice in Earth's favor, and he's not looking after just one nation. He's looking after everyone.